Sure, sir. So, sir, what inspired you the idea of attempting the world's biggest bookmark record?
Yeah.
It was very crazy to even
Yes,
listen to it at
so
first.
we have just made a world record.
Exactly.
Um well, Banaras Literature Festival, I've been part of a lot of these kind of events during my college also, and otherwise as a person also. I've been visiting a lot of places. But due to my international assignments for the first three editions, I was not there in my city.
Okay.
This time I was, and the idea was to definitely play a part somehow, but I was not very very much willing to play the same ordinary path. In fact, like which by playing a role, managing the transport, managing something, managing the show, managing the stage. No, this is not me. So I thought, in fact, why not to do something which again resonates with the whole concept and the idea of this literature festival. And when it so I took it in a very macro term, and so when I sat down right on top of this particular literature festival, I thought that, and before I thought even, I knew that almost everybody around me never knew that there have been three editions already of Banaras Literature Festival,
Mm.
surrounding like this. This included professors, this included doctors, this included students in my home, and nobody was aware of. Acha, are you sure this is fourth edition? I thought that this is the problem.
Okay.
And suddenly, like I spoke to the organizers and I said that why don't we get into the world record so that it'll be creating a bigger furor, and suddenly if there is a world record, a lot of ears and eyes, in fact, gets twisted, in fact, towards getting
A
in
lot
tune
of
with what exactly
cameras.
happened, of course. Then what would be the world record? Took around 9 days of brainstorming.
Okay.
So this is very funny, but I spent some 20, 25 hours in those 9 days looking into all the possibilities of
Okay.
doable word records, because there are two words, practical and practicable. So everything that looked or used to look practical was not practicable,
Practicable.
right? Could not have been brought into practice. Uh, Bringing 25,000 people at one place, it would have been a royal chaos for everybody. So then I suddenly thought, why not? Because I love bookmarks and I have a collection of bookmarks. And I was looking, and suddenly I looked at so I have a big library in my home, and I looked at that and it clicked. And I found out that the record was merely 28,000 bookmarks, handmade. And then I suddenly suggested, everybody had to agree because I was the person who was innovating an idea. And then I came back, and the idea came on the 28th of December, and all the schools were closed or about to be
Okay.
closed. And so the challenge was like when the schools were opening around 15th or 16th of January, would we be able to do it? And I said, let's go ahead with that. And we applied for the record category and all. So it is a breaking of a record. So we applied for it. And I had amazing set of volunteers with me, fantastic volunteers from some of the best colleges of Varanasi, girls mostly. I mean, from your college, of course. Like, if definitely you or me both don't blush
Yeah.
about that, and so that happened, and they really worked very hard, and we brought 94 schools together, of which like 11 were primary schools, government primary schools. One was a tribal school from Mirzapur. They also created some
Wow.
153 without any resource. So all those stories happened actually, and our target was 30,000. Initially we said 25, but then we got that the record was 28, so we said 30,000. Initially it was till 3 4 days back. It was seemingly very very tough, but as the records now say that we did 61,000.
61,000.
So this was massive, colossal. Of course, nobody thought about that. And a record is a record. It could be anything. But more than being happy about the record, I'm happy that 61,000 students' mind has been sanitized.
Sure.
And they have thought about Kabir, they have thought about Buddha, they have thought about Tulsidas, they have thought about Kashi, they have thought about legacy of culture, they have thought about the Banaras Gharana, they've thought about quotations, they've thought about books. Um, 4 5,000 have written why reading is important, and they have created on that. So I think it's a great victory where
It turned out pretty great. Agree.
exactly entering into every home,
Exactly.
almost all of them, in
Almost,
fact, I would say.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, sure, as we were talking about this pretty great idea of yours, so what were the biggest challenges in planning and executing this unique idea?
Oh, a lot. I was given a total team of 60 people to work under me, and then I had to first, as I told you myself, first ask questions.
Yeah.
So I did not make them work, but I took three straight sessions day after day. Every evening, 8 p.m., I'll be like calling a session with them online. And that gave me a clarity as to, because I never wanted to just start the work. This is not the style of work because my past is with United Nations work and all. So I understand like how, because unless you are prepared to work,
Exactly.
and eventually I was left with only 24
Okay.
because I made it very clear. I was putting filters every day, and a lot of people were not qualifying. The best part was that they were honest, and then they left, and so I left with 24, and I was thinking that it was enough for me. But the greatest challenge came later on when I came to know that only five were only my volunteers, and 19 were into five different things that they were also doing. So they were volunteer. They were very good students. So they were in various categories. They were volunteering, and that created a lot of challenge, which I was not able to understand. They did not tell me, but they wanted to work with me, looking at my pumping and all that motivation that I was giving. In fact, that this is the man. In fact, I'll be working with, but. Only 7 8 days back, I came to know that there are multiple rank holders. They're working in this also, in that also, and so I got my answer why the work is getting late but getting done. And I said, hats off to you guys because you're doing five things. You should have at least told me. No, no, I was fearing that then possibly you would have said that you don't work with me because you are so harsh
Gosh.
initially, but you are so sublime right now. I said, okay, fine. So, I mean, it happened, of course. There is a lady who's from Banaras. She lives in Saharanpur, teaches in a college. Uh, she made a list of all those people who are from Banaras and in different cities. She got me 407 bookmarks
Wow.
of the people from 9 cities who are from Banaras and their kids made it. And just for this particular sake, she did not courier, she came here to attend.
Pretty fascinating.
I mean, I have a story, I can write a book, but I have written a different book, which I have today launched in the BLF only. So I think this is a great motivation when you really want to not create a history, but you want to leave a legacy. Then definitely it may end up in a record, it may not end up in a record, and this is how every day should be lived,
Well,
as
at
if it is the
least,
last one.
yeah, you found your edge finally with your bookmarks.
Maybe, yeah.
Exactly.
Now that it has happened.
Exactly. It has. So, sir, how does this world record connect with the larger mission of promoting reading?
Well, as I told you, in fact, I think most of the part I have already answered. It does not, nothing promotes reading. Uh, the parents in home have to read in front of their
Okay.
kids. So the greatest thing that is compromised is parenting and not the kids. And the art of parenting is, I think, the toughest thing in the world right now. People don't know how to parent. Coming from this country, where it says Acharyat Padma Dattai Padam Shishya Swamedhaya, Kalein Padma Dattai Padam Sobrahmachari bhi, and people that like people have lost the art of nurturing and mentoring. Vyavahar, Vichar, and Sanskar. Now these three come only from one people, set of people called as parent. What brings Vyavahar in kids? What brings Vichar in kids? What brings Sanskar in kids? Absolutely gone by era when we had these kind of parents. Now both are working. If one is working, the second has a lot of kitty parties to attend. The time that is invested with the kids, the quality time invested with the kids, in terms vis-a-vis these three words, is something that has been royally compromised. What do you think? Is reading a act or a hobby? No. Reading is basically a sanskar. And only when parents read to their kids or they are also readers, then definitely the kids definitely will be reading. I know uh, children in class 8th and ninth who have their 400, 500 books collection. And I know that If I gift a book to somebody, they will find maybe a kid, then he will be like gifting the same book to somebody else in his birthday. That's what has happened. So parenting is compromised. How this bookmark will help? Bookmark will help the parents. That bookmarks are used in books. They need a book. So I think, let's see what it does. We never thought what it will be doing, but yeah, I mean, once it has happened, I only wish that if it creates 10, 20 more readers also, that'll be good.
I hope it surely will create 100 more readers.
Yeah.
So, with this note, thank you so much, sir, for
Thank you so
giving me
much for
this
having me.
opportunity.
It was
Thank you so
fantastic.
much.
Right. Thank you.
With this, I, Roop Berman, signing off.
Thank you.